Afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well. For those of you guys that are joining us for nail school today, we have some really cool technique that I'm going to be showing you guys how to do with one of our most popular products, which is Fiber Gel. This product, for those of you guys that are using it right now, this gel is absolutely incredible, game-changing. For those of you guys that have a ton of success and already making a ton of money with it, it is probably one of the most powerful products you could use to really strengthen the condition of the natural nail, right? So for those of you guys that joined us, make sure to smash that like button. I want to show you guys how you're going to be able to sculpt with this. Did some nails on Tracy yesterday, and I want to be able to show you guys how you're going to be able to add length. It's quite impressive what you can do with this alone. So what I'm going to do is to shorten the length of the nail. For those of you guys that just joined us, make sure to smash that like button. I'm going to take down a little bit of length. Let's just say that you have a customer, again, has healthy natural nails, and they want to create a little bit of an extension, active length. You could use one gel for everything, and this is amazing what you're going to be able to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to go through the process of pushing the cuticles back, right? So, again, we want to be able to get in there and push cuticles back, and then I want to be able to use my arbor band at a gentle speed. I usually will run a medium arbor band around 3,000 RPMs. It's very gentle. The type of pressure that I'm using is, again, like I'm tickling the inside of my wrist. I want to be thorough, so you can see that I'm using a nice little feathering motion to move through. The same pressure as if you were actually tickling the inside of the wrist, right? That way you don't create any type of heat on the customer's fingers. We're now going to use swipe to cleanse the surface of the nail. And then we're going to use protein bond, right? So I'm going to get a coat of protein bond, and we're going to apply a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge. Now, protein bond is going to act as, it's going to replace a primer, right? There's no acid in the product. It's going to create a tacky layer for any type of gel or acrylic to bond to. All right, so the first thing we're going to do before we actually put the form on, right, is I like to put my base coat on. So I will take the gel. Now, again, you're going to notice when you take this out, it has a little bit of thickness to this. What we want to be able to do is just brush it down the middle, okay? So if you're working on multiple fingers, what I like to do is go down the middle of each finger, and then whatever residue you have left on the brush, you're going to notice that we can work that excess all the way down the sides, and there's enough product on the center of the nail to work a nice even amount from cuticle to free edge. And what this will do is it'll create a beautiful foundation, right? So again, you don't want it to be bulky. You want to put a nice thin coat. This is a fantastic way to overlay the natural nails. If you just wanted to use this product as an overlay, you could do 2 coats, done. If you wanted to use this with any of the full well tips, this is a great product that you're going to be able to create full well designs with. But if we're sculpting with this, let me show you what we're going to do. So we're going to go inside the light, and I'm going to set this, right? A minimum of 30 seconds. I can work on the other hand, and what I tend to do is I work from pinky to thumb. And again, when I'm brushing through, I brush through the center of each nail, right? Including the thumb. And then when I'm done with that, I take the excess off the brush and then work it close to all of the sides. Once we're done doing that, if the client needs any length, this is where I'm going to place my form. I want to be able to show you guys how you're going to be able to sculpt with this. So we're going to take the form, I'm going to place the tab on the bottom, and again, we're going to go with active length. For those of you guys that just joined us, make sure to smash that like button. For those of you guys that need information, go to www.youngnails.com. At the end of this, live session. I'm going to show you the new products that we just released on Twitch today. You guys are going to be fired up for the end of the month Labor Day sale. It's going to be amazing. All right, so we're going to take the form, and you're going to notice my goal, and again, I didn't shape anything. I wanted to show you guys something. I just clipped the tip. Do you see how it's square right here? That's my focus. I'm not focused on getting it to the very ends. If I hold the form like this and I come in at an angle, I want to make sure that when I tilt the form up, it touches, right, the center. I need it to touch the center of that nail right there. And then that way, when you're looking at the side profile, you're going to ensure that the growth channel is going to be dead straight. You don't want it hanging down at an angle. You need it to be, again, at an angle where whatever you're sculpting out is going to, again, bond well to the front. And again, if it's flush, you're not going to have a giant step underneath. Okay, so what I like to do, since we're working with this, and it is a thin viscosity, we have this in a jar as well. For the advanced nail technicians, some of them love working with a jar, but what I like to do is I'll just take a nice healthy amount, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dab it and attach it. And then what I'll do is whatever excess I have, I'll work it from corner to corner, right? And then what I'll do is I will lightly pull it out to what I call a suitable length. Right, so boom, I have that, right? And I have what I call a suitable length. Once I have that on, that is going to go inside the light and it's going to set. Now here's the thing, because the product moves, because it has a lot of self-leveling characteristics to it, you would do one finger, get it in the light, and then again, if you have forms on the other hand, you could do the other finger, and what you're going to do is you're going to rotate as you work, right, so that the product is not running all over the place. But not to worry, even if the product starts to get away from the edges, this is what you're going to do. Now, you'll notice, once I have this on, because the product is so thin, you'll notice that there's just kind of a slight dip right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reinforce that tip. I'm just going to get a little bit more product, just a hair more, and then right here where the extension is, I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to bring a little bit more product out onto the tip into the shape, right? We're assuming the customer wants an active length nail, and then you're going to notice that I'm actually able to build out again, right? Slightly more extension. That's gonna go back inside the light. Sally lost her finger. We're going to go back inside the light and we're going to set that. It only needs a 30-second freeze. Now, here's the thing. Once you have the free edge built out, the rest of the application is going to be really, really easy. We're going to be focusing on the foundation layer, and then after the foundation layer, I'm going to show you guys how to build out the natural arch really, really well. Okay, so once I have this off, what I'll usually do at this point is I will remove, so you can see I can slightly push off the form from the front of the nail. If there's excess buildup around the edge, what I will do is I will use a nipper and I'll just slightly, and you'll notice too when you clip it, it's not super hard, right? It has a level of flexibility to it. You can even see from the side profile. What I'm going to do is just lightly clip the edges, right, to make this dead even, right? I'm trying to minimize me having to go through and file excess out. We have a platform now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the fiber gel, and again, just like we're doing an overlay, I'm going to brush a nice healthy amount, and since this is long, through the center of the nail, just like this. And then what this is going to do, as you can see, is it kind of splits this off. So I can push this to the cuticle area and then really focus on guiding a nice healthy amount down the sidewalls, trying to get as close to the edge as we possibly can. I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side, right? Again, you can see if there's a little bit of space, I could use the edge of the brush. All I'm doing is brushing on a nice healthy amount to set this for, again, 30 seconds. For those of you guys that just joined us, make sure to smash that like button. And if you guys need product information, you can go to www.youngnails.com. Okay, so again, we did the base, we built the tip, and again, I'm doing this all by using a bottle, right? For those of you guys who have this product, there's so many amazing things that you're going to be able to accomplish with it. For those of you guys who are looking for, again, additional strength and protection to the natural nail, this is really going to give you guys the ability to do that. So you can see that I already have this great nail. You can see that the cuticle area has self-leveled perfect to the edges, right? The side walls, the tip is built out. How do I fill in that area there? Well, what I want to be able to do again, I'm just going to get a nice healthy amount on the edge of my bottle, and I'm just literally going to touch it. So I'm literally going to come into the center, and I'm just going to kind of float that product into space. I'm not going to, again, pull anything through. Once I have the desired thickness that I want in the stress area, I can just kind of blend in right from the sides to make sure that I have enough product. And then again, once we're set, we're going to do the final cure for 50 seconds inside the light, for 60 seconds, sorry, inside the light. And then what this is going to do, it's going to cure all the way through. Then we're going to set ourselves up for finishing. So again, great product. Again, probably the best product you could use for overlays. It only requires 2 coats. It's probably the best product you could use for doing gel polish. It is a fantastic base for all gel polish. For those of you guys out there that are into full well tips, and just to give you guys a preview of what we're coming out with, these are launching, right? These are launching for Labor Day. Check these out. These are so sick. These are the extended, like for everybody out here who's into really long nails, I want to be able to show you guys, dude, these tips, look how straight the sidewalls are. These tips are sick, right? So again, for those of you guys that are out here that are looking to build length, and fiber gel, if you want to be able to bond these without glue, fiber gel is the way to go. These are launching Labor Day weekend. On top of that, we also have the extra long full well. So for those of you guys, again, that are not into mounting the tips, you can see these are actually kind of prepped inside. These are going to give you the ability, again, to create that desired length. Look how tight those sidewalls are on the side. These are going to be absolutely sick. These are launching, again, Black Friday, I'm sorry, not Black Friday weekend, Labor Day. Labor Day is coming up, not Black Friday. Black Friday, we've got a ton of other stuff coming. And last but not least, for those of you guys that have missing toenails or work on customers that need replacements, these are going to be sick. These are toe tips. And for those of you guys who have damage or have uneven toes, you'll be able to mount these really, really flexible toe tips on. Again, all this stuff, the toe tips, the extra long square tips, and as well as the extra long square no well tips. These are going to be launching in the next couple weeks. You guys still having issues with sound? I saw someone said no sound. We should have sound. Okay, so once this is cured out, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the tacky layer from the surface. For those of you guys who just joined us, make sure to smash that like button. Okay, so what I'm going to do, again, just like any extension, I want to be able to get my side wells, as you can see, my side wall straight. I'm doing the same thing on the opposite side. I'm getting my sidewall straight. I want to be able to really get this nice oval shape in. A great bit for those of you guys that overbuild, what you can do to get your sidewalls down on the tip is if you take your safety bit and you turn it up to about 7,000 RPMs, what you can do from a vertical standpoint, as you can see, is I'll be able to reduce the thickness on the side, and then what I'm going to do is work up and into the body right here at the side. This is a great way so that, you know, for those of you guys that are doing nails in the salon every single day, hand filing your sidewalls can be an issue. So if you take it down and you get it absolutely even, you're going to be able to do that with your electric file. Now, what I like to do with my lower arches is I'll turn it to the side, I'll get it at the lowest point, and then I will file up and into, I'll bring everything into that lower arch, right, the end of the growth channel all the way out to that point, so that we have a very, very straight side. Another thing is you'll notice on this side, lower arches are hanging down. I'm not going to put it into the corner and file it in. I'm going to keep it at the lowest point. I'm going to file up. I want to make sure, and you're not pushing into the skin, you're pushing into the lower arch. And what this is going to do is it's going to ensure that, again, if you're looking down the barrel of the nail, we want to make sure that we have a really, really nice, look at that, really, really straight flat extension coming all the way off the tip. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to create as natural of an almond shape using one gel out of a bottle. Okay, now what I'm going to do to file the body, I'm going to go ahead and get my dust extractor. Let me fire this up. All right, getting a lot of requests for gel, and I wanted to make sure I could show you guys some really great techniques by using something so simple. Let's go ahead and get this to about 11,000 RPMs. Now you're going to notice by looking at this, I don't really need to file it that much. I just need to barely tune up the cuticle area, work through the upper arch all the way to the very, very tip to get that shape. When I'm going down the barrel of the nail, I want to be able to look down the body of the nail. So I want to work towards myself. I'm going to be able to refine a beautiful C curve coming in one direction. I don't go side to side. One direction. This is going to ensure that the bit does not slip. And as you can see, we're going to be able to build a really, really nice, even C curve from side to side. Last but not least, I'm going to use this to just refine a little bit of thickness around the cuticle area, and then I can follow through the whole entire nail. I don't really need to over-file this. As you can see, a majority of the nail is already basically in shape. So final stages, I use my hand file to come in just to make sure that all the edges, the cuticle areas blend. If you apply your cuticle area really, really well, it's going to be very easy for you to go around and blend that in. And then I split it into two sides. I come down the left side, I blend that, and then on the right side, contact going in. I don't pull. I make sure I have contact going into the nail, let it fall. So it looks like this in fast motion. As you can see, I'm going up and into the nail to make sure that everything is straight. And then last but not least, let's bring this up. I want to be able to show you guys. Check this out. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the nail from the client perspective. I'm going to be able to look down the barrel and see if it's absolutely straight here or it's absolutely straight here. So my edges, as you can see, are perfectly straight. I'm going to make a peace sign. I'm going to rest the hand file on top. That way I could rest my thumb. And then that way what we can do is we can rest it basically on the surface. We can surf the free edge to make sure that we actually have it perfect from side to side. But when it's all said and done, as you can see, you're going to be able to use the fiber gel to create a beautiful gel sculptured nail. And again, all I did was use this. Okay, so last but not least, I want to be able to show you guys some cool stuff. We also have launching. I got to make sure that I get that rubber band back on. Let me just go ahead and snap that on so it's here. Check this out. This is going to be epic. I'm excited about these. Our new striping gel paints, and these are all metallic. This is going to be, again, amazing. The nice thing about this is the coverage. I want to be able to show you guys. Let me just go ahead and so if you're putting any type of paint on the surface, what I'm going to do is use protein bond around the edge and through the nail. What we want to be able to do, again, is if I'm getting a majority of the product, I just want to be able to show you guys the pigmentation since we're working with this style of brush. But you're going to notice like the level of pigmentation that you're going to be able to like really use. It's next level, right? And that is what we want to be able to create. Like, look at that. I mean, the metallic features are unbelievable. You can see the blue. Let me show you guys the other colors as well. This is going to be the metallic green. These are all launching on Labor Day weekend, right? So for the Labor Day sale, look at the intensity of this green. So sick. Oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. And again, like you can even see if I have a lot of product on just this, I was just going to paint. And if I was just going to paint this completely out, you can see the level of detail. Look at that you're able to create. Looks so good. The red, right? So for, again, leading into the holidays as well, you're going to see that with the red, it's absolutely beautiful, right? So I'm just going to run this down the side and then use this on this side of the actual nail. Crazy. So the red, and then again, pigmentation is quite intense. As you can see, I'm just wiping this off. We have this beautiful pink color as well. So, again, Labor Day weekend, I'm just giving you guys a preview to what this is going to be. Look at this. I mean, this color is crazy. Just dip off that excess. Look at that. Look at that pigmentation. Going to be able to paint some really, really tight smile lines with this. And we also have gold. This is like a kind of a copper gold. Unbelievable. So what you can usually do is take the bottle and then just kind of swivel everything off of the neck, work it up to the top. And then again, if the brush is pointed down, everything is going to kind of run towards the very, very front. But you can see how beautiful like that gold color is. And of course, we had to have a silver. All right, so for those of you guys that just joined, just make sure to smash that like button. Showing off some of the new products. Wanted to basically show off how you're going to be able to sculpt a nail using the fiber gel. But as you can see, that silver, whoop, jammed it up. Check out that silver. Boom. Right, so we wanted to make sure that you guys were able to see some of the highlighted new products that we're going to launch for Labor Day weekend. There's going to be bundle deals for those of you guys that are going to be actually getting the new tips. Remember, we have the full cover, the toe tips, we have the long squares that are launching, and we also have the no wells. All of these, there's going to be some bundle deals that include fiber gel. And then again, the new metallic stripers are launching Labor Day. These are going to be insane. The coverage, what you guys are going to be able to do, gold, silver, pink, blue, green, red, absolutely unbelievable. Make sure, again, if you're not following us, follow us. You'll be able to get all of the updates on the launch of the new products. And then again, if you guys have any questions concerning application, you could always just hit us up, and we're always here to help you guys get to that next level. Appreciate your time. Remember, smash that like button. If you guys have any questions, either give us a call or go to 1-800, you can go 1-800-777-9170. Again, 1-800-777-9170, or you can go to www.youngnails.com. I appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing you guys at the next nail school. Have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Subscribe channel now. Subscribe channel now. Subscribe